issue of applying fees to dormant accounts remains a concern for parliamentarians. In Thursday's Economy and Production meeting, members of Parliament pressed for the Attorney General's opinion on whether or not the practice is morally correct or legal. The grey area comes after the Bank of Jamaica, the BOJ, moved to discontinue the collection of fees on such dormant accounts early this year. Courteney observed that conversation.
South St. Catherine MP Fitz Jackson is again calling for judicial review of the Banking Services Act and in particular legislation surrounding fees on dormant accounts. He is questioning the legality of charges, noting the payment of fees on a dormant account contradicts the duty of care stipulated in law.
The unilateral application of the banks, unilateral application by a policy of their own does not establish it to be a legal charge because the fee diminishes the deposits which are placed in the banks for safekeeping.
While the Bank of Jamaica BOJ, the chief regulator for financial institutions, has declared that the practice of charging fees on dormant accounts has been discontinued, bank and deposit-taking institutions, or DTIs, have autonomous fee structures.
To the extent that that is egregious to the banking public, the only reasonable thing to do is for the BOJ to get a legal opinion on it.
Since dormancy fees are suspended, the MP is awaiting answers regarding the legality of the practice and a possible resurgence, adding a breach would set a bad precedent.
If the BOJ and the government, whichever party in power, should take that approach, it's a very dangerous message we're sending to the public. Take whatever illegal steps you want to take until you're caught.
Jackson was not alone in his calls, as Western St. Andrew MP Anthony Hilton says it is only logical for the GOJ to want to protect the banking community from unfair treatment.
It is entirely appropriate for us to get a definitive legal opinion on that matter, and depending on what the ruling is by the Attorney General, the Parliament, through this committee, will then have to decide what next appropriate step it might want to take to plug what we believe is a loophole in the law.
The Banking Services Act of Jamaica was established in June 2014. Courteney for CVM News.